Previously on Survivor Michigan.
Jack told Sam he has two idols. Having won immunity, Nick attempted to blow up the game by telling Abby and Maggie that they were on the bottom.
Can I approach people with what you told me, or should I not tell them that I know about the six?
With only one day between challenge and tribal, everyone scrambled to make sure the votes went their way. Despite Nick's pleas, Maggie went right to Sarah with everything Nick told her, ruining Nick's plan and causing Abby to leave the game and join the jury. 8 remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
Fuck.
Wow, that was a very crazy 24 hours, as Cooper said probably 20 times. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that did not work out as well as hoped. It almost did.
But no, it was always pretty much the plan for Abby to go. I would have been happy with Mike to go too, personally.
That sucked. That was awful. In every sense of the word, that vote just went so bad. The split didn't happen, so we didn't really have a chance. Maggie lied to us and just continuously played us, despite pretty much forcing us to vote Mike.
And then I was like, because I just want to know, like, why did Mike and Mallory not vote Maggie?
So, Maggie sent me a screenshot where it was like all of the outsiders except for basically all the Ceruleans and Maggie and Abby, and Mike and Mallory weren't included in it. And in it, they were just like talking about kind of just like using Mallory as a pawn, blah blah blah, and getting Mike out. I sent that shit to Mike straight away. He was like, "Can I send it to Mallory?" And I was like, "Yes." He sent it to Mallory, and Mallory's like, "They had to group me without us."
Seriously considering flipping and trying to blindside Maggie, because I thought that that was the legit plan going forward, and then it was revealed to me that that was absolutely not happening, and that was an attempt to get me to vote for Maggie so that the majority vote would be cast on Mike. And that was the first time where I felt kind of really manipulated by Lucy.
And eventually, Sarah told Mike about the Outsiders Alliance group chat, which definitely kind of solidified us as a 5.
A lot was said, had to do some serious trusting of Jack, Sam, and Sarah, and I think that they've proven themselves more than trustworthy in that we needed a perfect 5 to save Mike.
So you had your vote virginity taken today. How did it feel?
It felt eye-opening. It's like a new world.
Whoa.
A whole new world.
I'd recommend everyone to try it.
I'm really sad to see how my relationship with Nick and Mike has changed over these past few weeks. It used to be the 3 of us in this core unit going forward, and now it kind of seems like Nick and Mike are pulling themselves apart, and I kind of have to choose a side in a lot of ways.
You passively aggressive, texting me because I didn't tell him about Bree and I didn't know what to tell him. And then he just decides that I'm out next.
This week was rough. No, it wasn't his idea.
Oh, was it?
No. Well, just for the record, it was Lucy.
Great.
I don't know, is this girl Lucy? That challenge really got to her head.
I kind of hope that other people kind of respect that I made that power move, because I'm not just like a random player, you know? Like, I do deserve to be here. I am doing something by myself.
Alright, so obviously if Nick loses, we're gonna vote him out, but if he does win, what is the plan? I guess Lucy, because she's wanted to target you.
I would be happy with Lucy.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
You so soon.
Only one of them could win, so.
Yeah.
And you guys also voted. Yeah.
Maybe I could pull some things out with Ohana. But yeah, my days are numbered.
I have to win this next immunity. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna get voted off. I don't think I have much of a chance if I don't win this next immunity.
I know I'm going home, so any day I don't get voted out is a day that I'm ready to go. I'm gonna put in all my effort and stuff, but I think I might just mess with people voting, like again, like just until they vote me out, just like throw in random names, like vote Sarah out one day, you know, like just one vote for Sarah, you know.
Mallory is one of the people I trust. I just enjoy in general. And she's someone I've gotten really close to.
But I also feel an allegiance to Nick in some ways. I made a pact with him at the beginning that I would never, like, I won't write Nick's name down. I made him a promise, like, week 2 that was not going to happen. That doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that I will be able to stop plans to maybe vote him out.
On the way back from Tribal, Mallory was asking me how I was feeling. I explained to her that, like, I'm in such a shitty spot. Like, I have no one. I can't even get Maggie to flip. I can't, when she was just lied to by everyone. I explained what I could to Mallory and was hoping for the best, and she goes, I made you a promise at the beginning of the game that I will not vote you, and I plan to keep that promise. So, I plan to keep the promise back to Mallory.
I can't violate that pact. One, because Nick will be on the jury, and that's, if I somehow, by the grace of God, make it to the final 3, that's absolutely a vote that won't be cast for me.
I pretty much gave Mallory everything she could potentially want.
I'm not gonna write Nick's name down myself, but it kind of seems like he's burned some bridges with the people that I see as a ticket to the final 5.
So all my eggs are in that basket, and then we're gonna hope for the best.
Alright, welcome to your next immunity challenge. First things first, Nick, I will take it back. Alright, immunity is back up for grabs. Today, we have a little surprise for you. We're giving you a little love from home. No! Oh my God! We've each brought one of your friends in that you'll compete in today's challenge with. And for today's challenge, you're going to be doing a college classic, a little beer pong. So let's get to it and bring some loved ones in. Jack, who do you want to see?
It's either got to be my cat, mister, or my girlfriend, Cat.
All right, let's bring in Jack's girlfriend, Kat. Feels good to get some love?
Oh yeah, Coop.
Alright, Sam, who do you want to see?
Ooh, it's gotta be Frank. Bring in
Alright.
Frank.
Let's bring in Frank. No.
Oh man. Brother.
Alright, Sarah. Who we got?
It's gotta be my brother.
Alright, let's bring in Sarah's brother. Maggie, who do you want to see?
Either Jeremy or my daughter Zoe.
Let's bring in Maggie's daughter, Zoe. Nick, who do you want to see?
My extra ass best friend, Bobby.
Let's bring in Bobby.
What up?
I was so authentic.
I don't know if I can make it through these last three, but Lucy, who do we
I'm
got?
hoping it's one of the North girls, maybe Tate.
Let's bring in Tate.
Lucy comes with like her sorority girlfriend, Tate, who like has some name that's like, whoa, Tate, like what kind of name is that?
Alright, Mallory, who do we got?
It's gotta be my roommate Margaret, who totally doesn't have a control of the dance tomorrow, and then she's blowing off studying for me.
Let's bring in Margaret. Giving up some exam study time? That's a true best friend. Mike, who do you want to see?
I want to see my buddy John.
Let's bring in John. Last but not least.
Someone says beer bowl?
Speaking of bro, Mike and his like loved one are the definition of just like bros. You know, I saw him and was like, oh, of course, you know, Mike comes with like his bro.
Bro, who's just so broy, you don't even have to talk to him to know we're up against them. Really?
Alright guys, you got a little love from home, but now it's time to get to the challenge. We'll draw for spots and get started. Alright, for our first matchup, we got Jack and Lucy and Sam and Mallory. Survivors ready. Eye to eye to start. We'll count you down. 3, 2, 1, throw. And we're off. We got Jack got one cup, Lucy hits one, and they're down to their final cup. Got it. Eight sinks Lucy's team's final cup. Jack misses, and it's all down to Kat. So close, but Lucy, moving on. Write yourself on the board.
We not have survival skills, we have ping pong skills.
I have survival skills. Lucy can survive on an island. I was supposed to say that.
Mike sinks another. Nick sinks one. John just misses. Mike off the top rim. With the island ball.
Are we leading it?
With the island ball.
Yes!
Oh my god!
Next team sinks it. We'll do that. John and Mike going for rebuttal. And it's down to Mike. Got to sink 3 in a row to stay alive. Mike misses, and Nick takes the game. Nick can write his name on the board. Moving on. Good luck, guys.
Why are you like this? What's your name?
Nick.
Where's the
Minute of fame.
Johnny Blaze and MC Banks are hurting right now. It's not going good.
Kate sinks it, and Mallory and Margaret, one of them has to hit the cup. Down to Mallory. Just off the rim. And Lucy takes it. Lucy moves
To the final.
to the finals.
Where is the final? This.
In the yeah, make a line, yeah.
Alright, no, actually, I'll do that once I win.
Andy almost hits the final cup. Maggie looking to sink their final one. Off the rim, we got 1v1. I'm gonna let them.
Always lock faster.
Sarah moving on, taking on Nick in the semifinals. Right over here. I just did the sink. Bobby sinks another one. Next team on 2 cups.
Yeah, he did.
Bobby. Yes. Andy sinks the first one. Sarah's Sarah sinks one. They got 3. Nick sinks one, and they're down to 1 cup. Andy answers. Sarah looking to take the final cup. Bobby and Nick looking to sink the final cup. Down to Nick. Sarah moving on to the final round. Put your name up on the board. Lucy sinks another one.
Yeah.
Kate sinks one. Andy sinks one. Lucy sinks one, and they're down to their final cup. Sarah and Andy just missed. Lucy and Tate going for the win. Sarah sinks one, trying to get them back in.
It's your pick.
Andy now for the win. Tate off the front rim, just missed. Andy sinks it. Sarah can hit this for the win. Alright, down to Tate and Lucy. 1 shot each. One of them.
Yo, shut up.
One of them has to hit it, or they lose. Lucy misses. It's down to Tate. Final shot. And that is it. Sarah wins individual immunity. Congratulations. Sarah is going to be safe at this week's tribal council. One of the 7 of you do not say the same. You will become the next member of the jury. Say goodbye to your loved ones. Grab your stuff.
Mike losing to Nick in that beer pong challenge was dead ass one of the funniest things I have ever witnessed in my entire life. And Mike was so salty about it, which made it like 100 times better.
I definitely have the most beer pong experience.
Yeah,
out of
Mike
anyone
definitely
here.
has the most, and I have the least.
I got worked. I didn't make it out. It was Virginia versus UMBC. 16 versus 1, you know?
Oh
Hasn't
my
ever happened, but it did. I can't believe that I lost to Nick in beer pong.
He was pissed after the beer pong challenge.
Yeah.
Pissed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could even like add it. Like I even saw him like when there was a game going on over there was a game here. Like he literally had like one step and he just like drilled like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Just like yeah.
So bad.
And then Nick and what's her name, Fabi? I felt so embarrassed.
The first person I'm up against is frat star Mike, who's literally done this for 4 years.
And like Mike, the frat star, who has probably won over 1 million games of beer pong in his life, loses to Nick, who like Nick the ballroom dancer at beer pong.
Oh. SK girls beating the Pike boys. Gotta tell everyone. That's so funny.
how happy were they when they got there and they heard beer pong, and then they just like lose first round? Like that's gotta be tough.
I'm literally living up to my stereotypes so badly right now.
Mike's ego was bruised from it. It was a rough week for him. But you know, honestly, he just needs to have a couple of beers with the boys. He'll be back on his feet in no time.
We fuck it up. There's no other way to explain it except we fucked up at the end. And here I am, out of the competition, knowing I'm most likely going home.
I don't think I necessarily needed that win this week, but it's nice to have it, especially when things are like blowing up during the week. So I told my brother before the challenge that anyone can win except for Nick. That's what I told him.
I filled Fabi in on everything that's happened in the game, and she knows how much this game means to me and how much I really want this win, just like in general, or just for this competition, how much I needed it to stay in. And she's just upset as I am.
I want to play the rest of the game in a way that like respects everybody, I guess. You know, all this talking about like Lucy doesn't know what's going on, Mallory doesn't know what's going on. It's like, yeah, maybe they're not like doing all these crazy scheming like we're doing, but doesn't mean they're dumb. Doesn't mean they don't deserve to be here.
Sam talked to me afterwards and was like, you were the one that like voted for Mike, and I was like, I did, yeah. And I told him, I was like, I knew I was at the bottom of the alliance. Like I knew like within like I was gonna go home pretty soon. It's like the 4 of us needed to like make this power move, and like attempt to make it, give it like one last shot to get us back in the game. And Sam was like, yeah, I get it. Like that was a smart move for you guys to do. Like you needed to do it.
So what we were trying to do is like, so the 4 of us, well, Maggie kind of betrayed us in the end. She sucks. You can't trust her. Honestly, trusting her is like shooting yourself in the foot.
It will soon be time for the blind side of Jack. I am going to talk with Maggie sometime soon. And I'm gonna tell her basically like literally everything. Like the fact that Jack's here and I have this big wing alliance. The fact that she's gonna be targeted. The fact that Jack has 2 legs. The truth is gonna come out hardcore. I think I can pull Lucy in with that kind of plan, and I think I can probably pull Mike in. Like, alright, yeah, this is where you need to go. Like, this is like something that like only me and Jack know this. So like, you need to like, can I trust that you're not gonna?
I swear to God, I'm good with big secrets.
Jack has 2 idols.
2 idols?
He has 2. He has both of the idols.
How the hell does he have both of the idols?
He's had them like the whole. He got one of them like. Actually, kind of like. I kind of was excited though. You know, things are starting to happen. Things are getting exciting.
You're gonna get him out.
Exactly. Well, here's like what I'm thinking. We would get rid of Nick this week, and then next week we need 4 people to have the majority, because there'll be 7 left. In which case, like, me, you, I think Maggie and Mike would be what we would need to get rid of Jack.
Okay, so I do think we should get Nick out this week.
Yeah.
Just to kind of, because I need to then be able for them to like trust me again.
Yeah.
You know, I can't like attempt to pull two
Yeah,
moves
like
on them.
all of us can vote for Nick. Like, just be like.
I can just string. I'm gonna string Nick along because I'm supposed to call him tomorrow. I'm just gonna fuck with him. I'm just gonna make up some really funny story.
Okay. So basically, so I met with Sam last night.
Okay.
When I met up with him, he like didn't give me any information or anything.
It doesn't sound like it's good, so it might be a good idea to talk to Mike and Mallory.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess like this. So like, what about Nick? I'm just like worried about like what's Nick gonna try to pull. I don't know what he's like trying to do this week. He wants to talk with me. He's like trying to talk with Sarah.
So I told him to let me take the lead with talking with you guys, but I don't know if he'll actually listen to that. But he said he wasn't really gonna bring up pulling a big move.
His plea is that he's not a threat and that he literally has no one right now and that he is 100% loyal to the people that he does choose to be loyal to. So he's just like begging everyone and he'll take anyone who will have him.
Alright, so I had a conversation with Sarah, and it was the weirdest fucking vibe I've ever given. She was so confident. She was so fucking blatantly honest about everything, and she was so cocky.
Because like everyone's so interconnected that like you don't know.
Well, I feel like I do know exactly what's happening though. That's the thing. Like I feel like I've really been in the loop from the beginning. And like, I feel like I do know what's happening. I want Nick to go this week. And then after that, this is where it's gonna get really emotionally hard for me because I am very emotionally attached to Sam and Jack at this point, and turning on them is gonna be literally the hardest thing of my life. But I can't let my emotions decide my moves, because if I stick with them, first of all, one of them will probably turn on me eventually. It'll probably be Sam. I think Jack is very loyal to me, but I gotta do it before he does. And two, my chances of winning are so much smaller if I go with Sam and Jack. So I need to think like strategically and not emotionally. Although I will probably cry when I have to vote them out. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, just out of curiosity, like what's your perception of like who's working with who right now?
I think
I want to know your point of view.
from my point of view, it seems like Mallory's with Mike.
Okay.
Mike is with Jack, and he somewhat has a connection to you. I don't know. I feel like his connection with Jack is much stronger than his connection with you.
I mean, I will say though that I do think your perception of who's working together is a little off.
I mean, that's fair because, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. And then he was like, Jack's connection with Mike is so much stronger than your connection with Mike, from my perspective. I'm just annoyed. Like, why does everyone think is Jack running the show? And I need to start, like, showing people that it ain't Jack calling all the shots. Yeah, I will say, though, that if you do end up going this week, which I'm sorry if you do, next week is gonna be, like, a shocker week. And it's gonna be, like, insane.
What? A shocking plan in place for next week. Okay, thanks. That's helpful for me. How?
If that's the case, then like, why not just have an extra vote with you?
She essentially just told me I'm getting evicted and that she has plans for next week. But why not make the move now? Why? There's no... Because I don't have connections with anyone else on the other side, so like, why not keep me over Lucy? I'll literally help you with the shocking plan you have anyways, and whatever.
I feel like you are a very good ally to have.
I am 100% loyal. I will.
It's amazing.
But I mean, that also, I don't know, that can mean a variety of things. But yeah, no, totally stays quiet. And because, yeah, Jack and Sam in the final would be.
No, they would win.
Yeah.
Like, it's just guaranteed.
It's just cliche, too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially.
I love them, but they would win. Jack has an idol. We gotta keep that in mind. I
thought he did.
I told Mike that too already.
Okay.
Because I also trust him.
Okay.
But, yeah.
for what I want to work, neither Sam or Jack can win. Okay?
Okay.
So, like, one of us, anyone else can win, but they can't.
Okay. I gotta wonder who
and
it
you can't
is.
tell anyone about this?
Yeah. No, I got it.
For now.
I got it.
I will cry when I vote out Sam and Jack if my plan goes according to plan. But this plan I'm about to tell you next week is gonna change everything.
Now I'm intrigued.
I am a horrible person. I feel so bad.
And so, after Tribal, I message Maggie and I go, I wish you would have just told me. Just plain out, I wish you would have just told me. It would have been nice to know. I don't enjoy the fact that you gave me false hope.
Friendship-wise, I feel like Nick and I are the closest out of everybody.
When I thought we were super close, and it just hurts that I just got lied to again. When all I'm doing is trying to be as loyal as I can, and everyone's just lying to me. It just sucks.
Like, just because we have had some, like, genuine moments where, like, he sees me for who I am, I see him for who he is.
She felt really bad, and she felt like I was really hurt, and so she said something along the lines of, like, Nick, I actually love you, like, on a personal level. I want to explain this all to you because I didn't mean to hurt you or whatever and everything. And so me and Maggie decided to meet up and have a conversation.
And I think what's different with Cerulean and Ohana, which seems to be kind of coming up now, is like, sure, we did all the stupid bonding activities and everything, but like we spent so much time together that we actually like have become friends outside of the game. Do you think that's true? Because like I think Sarah, Jack, and Sam would have a really hard time voting for me because like we've spent so much time together. I think what it boils down to, and like this might suck to hear, is that Mike and Mallory, they must not have been that loyal to you to begin with.
Yeah.
And I think that's like probably part of the issue.
And she just tells me that she like really does enjoy me, and she feels really bad for lying to me, and she wants to make up for it this week by telling me the truth and telling me that I am going home and that I don't really have that much of a chance.
Like they seem pretty set on what they want to do. And like I don't know like what would make them swing, but maybe you have ideas.
I had quite the amazing, awesome talk with Lucy last night. Setting my plan into motion. Woo, my evil plan. I love it. Jack has got to be gone. There's no way I'm sitting with him at the end. I told Lucy about his idols, and right now, Lucy is the only other person that knows about that. Ooh, but that'll change soon because Maggie is gonna have to know. I'm gonna tell Maggie, we're gonna work out a plan, and he will be gone. I'm gonna drop a bomb here, but like, yeah, Jack is less trustworthy than you think.
Really?
You know, because I know about his idol. Like he told me, he told you, he told Sarah. But like Sarah doesn't know that I know, she doesn't know that you know. And you obviously didn't know that we know.
You guys know?
And you know what? Jack has 2 idols.
He does not.
I'm the only person that knows that.
He has 2 idols?
He has the first idol from that one day.
The flagpole? He's had
it the whole time. And he didn't tell you guys because he's like wanted us two to work together, but like I don't know. I feel like I have no idea what he's telling who and like what he's saying to anybody.
No way.
And that's like, I don't know what he's told Mike, and just like, I don't know. I'm just like, I have no idea what to believe.
He has 2 idols? Do we know, have we seen them both?
I've seen them both. Yeah.
You've seen them both in person. So I get in the car and he basically lays it out that Jack's been lying this entire time.
Options
I've
after.
been so suspicious of you the whole time, and now it's fucking Jack.
Yeah. He's a tricky one, you know.
And he's like, yeah, like I think it should be you, me, and somebody in the final 3. And I was like, well, okay, that sounds good. Jack's lying to me, so like he's gone. Like he broke that trust completely.
You know.
Wow, who knew?
Yeah. So.
Guys, this is fucking
big.
insane. If Jack is on a different level than all of us, that doesn't work. It just doesn't.
He knows this game, and
Can I throw a bomb out there?
go for it.
Why don't we take him out this week? Because I think we keep Nick, and Nick knows that you and I saved his ass, and Nick votes with us the rest of the way. We still have the majority with Sarah.
But that'd only be 4. We need another person.
Sarah. Sarah. If she knows all this shit's been going on and he's been lying to us the whole time.
But if she yeah, that's true. But she knows, like, I have no idea how much she knows. But the fact that she hasn't said anything, it means she's on board with it. Well, there it is. Just had quite the conversation with Maggie, and the game takes another turn. This is gonna be quite the interesting finish. She really, really wants to get rid of Jack. Her and Lucy are 100% with me right now, and that's good. So I'm guessing I'm just gonna have to see what I want to do with that. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I say Nick goes this time. Next week we make our move. I just need to pull in one more person. Mike and Mallory, maybe.
He didn't want to get Jack this week. He wanted to get Jack next week. But next week, I don't have Nick if we get rid of Nick this week. So for me, this plan only helps if we do it this week. So instantly, I had to make a move to get Jack this week.
So I was just sitting there doing my stats homework, and then Maggie texts Cupcake group chat, and she's like, I found out some things, ... And then so Jack, Sam, and I in our own big wigs group chat were like, what is she talking about? Like, she always does this. And so I was like, could I get a subject? And she was like, I need to talk about it in person.
Can you show me some of your texts?
With who?
With anybody. With Sam, with Jack, or with the big girl.
I don't know, I just feel like that's like invasion of privacy. Like, I feel like that ruins the game.
That's all I needed to know.
I mean, could you show me your texts? But like, wouldn't that be weird though? Like, I don't want to see that.
Why? If you don't have anything to hide, it shouldn't be.
Well, it's just like weird. Yeah, if she saw my text, she would see a group chat with me, Jack, and Sam. And in it, I don't know, we kind of mock her a lot, which is not, like, I don't want her to see that.
What do you think us 3 are plotting against you?
Because we aren't.
Okay, well, you're also not showing me your texts.
But I just don't show them at my
Sarah, I know some things.
What do you
things
know?
that I know. And I'm not gonna just tell you.
Like what?
I
just don't know what
you don't think that I can know what I know, but I do know it.
What?
Every time I bring up Mike, Sarah shot him down. Would you guys vote Mike with me this week to prove that you're working with me?
Well, no, because we want Nick out.
So that is part of why I was so nervous approaching Sarah today, is because she kept shutting down Mike. So I was assuming she was working with him, and because of what I've heard from Jack, he and Mike are close, so I was scared that therefore the 3 of them are working together. See, that's what I'm saying. I finally realized that I just have been on the outs this whole time.
And she was not buying it, and I knew that she wouldn't buy it. So it was bad. It was bad to begin with.
Here's the deal. either you vote me off this week because I don't trust you guys, or you vote with me and you vote off Mike. Like, that's it. There's no voting off Nick this week. Like, this is what we're doing. I just was like, look, there's more going on here than you think. You know, I put the fear in her head. I was like, someone's lying to us. Someone's lying to us. Like, don't you feel it a little bit? Like, someone on the inside. And then she started thinking, like, who could it be?
I don't know. Something that only one person in the game has.
What do you mean? An idol? Who has an idol?
Sarah.
What?
The only thing that we've all really lied to each other about is Jack, and Jack having the idol. And, like, why are we giving him that free power? Like, we shouldn't.
I don't think I know. Jack? Yeah. You really, you think he's playing against us?
Yeah.
I was trying to stick to the lie up until the point where I got the feeling that she was kind of like thinking that she wanted Jack out. So right when I kind of figured out that she was not actually super loyal to Jack, I was like, maybe I should come clean with you.
I think he needs to go. Okay. I don't want him to go. This is perfect because I have a plan. I have a plan too. Can I come clean with you? No, okay. I'm gonna come clean with you if you come clean with me. I will come clean first. Alright, what? Sam approached me yesterday and told me, God, if this bites me, it's okay. It's what? Jack has 2 idols. Yes. Yes. Sarah, he has not one, he has 2. Why didn't he tell me that? Why didn't Sam tell me that? Because he was scared you were on the ends with Jack. Okay. He came to me. I was so scared to come to you. I really, really hope. No, because I have a plan. Okay. What does Sam? Let me tell you something. Mike is not closest to Jack. You are. I've had meetings with, I've known Mike way longer than Jack. Yeah. Okay. So I trust Mike. That's why I don't want Mike to go home, because we can use him. Okay. Okay. I'm telling you. I'm telling you now. Mike and I had a plot to get Jack out next week. That's what you told Nick about? No, I didn't tell Nick about that. Nick was like, next week. Oh, I was like, it's gonna be a shocking week next week. Lucy, so Lucy will do it too. But our plan was to do it next week. I want to do it this week. If he has 2 idols, he fucking has to go this week. This week, Sarah, because he won't play it this week. This week.
Okay, when she told me Jack had 2 idols, I was like, why didn't he tell me?
She's working with Mike very closely, closer than Jack and Mike, which is a relief.
Still, I trust you so much more now. I was like, you're gonna hate me when I blindside both you and Sam next week, because I thought you guys were so close to Jack. I'm literally gonna cry. I know. I thought you guys Sarah, no.
I thought that Sam would jump ship eventually, but I didn't think he would jump at 7 for some reason. I had an inkling that he was close with Lucy, because he always is like, Lucy told me this, Lucy told me that.
God, we need to talk to Sam. Okay, so Sam's gonna be thrilled. Yeah.
Okay, so all of a sudden Maggie and Sarah are just like, you need to come to West Quad, like right now. And I have no idea what they want to talk with me about, and this is awful because I don't even know. Maybe it's a good thing, but I don't know why Maggie is trying to rock the boat right before. It's just a very delicate time in the game where if one thing goes wrong, it's all blowing up. So I don't know why Maggie's shaking things up right now, especially because my plan was I don't want Sarah in on this stuff because she is a threat. I can't go to the end with her or Jack. So I don't like that Maggie might be including her in something that she should not know about. I don't know, fam. This is worrying to me.
Alright, so Maggie and I had a life-changing talk, and now we just have things to say. I approached her about the group message thing. No, she asked me if she could see my texts, and I was like, honestly, no. But I don't know, it started off bad anyways, but it ended off good. Basically, I was flying against Jack next week.
like I was trying to get him out with like Mallory and Lucy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, this is really bad because like, Sam and Maggie are gonna hate me, but like I feel like I can't tell them because I thought you guys were like 100% Jack, like all the way.
That's what I
So
thought.
now that I know that you guys awkward fucking doing this, no, Sam.
A lot of things went out of my control. You know, I was really thinking of making my move next week, and yeah, after telling Maggie all the stuff about Jack, I just kind of got the ball rolling, and everything's different. It was supposed to be an easy Nick vote, and I guess we have the numbers to blindside Jack now. Apparently, it's supposed to be unanimous.
It has been too much. I think today just like was like someone pressed the reset button on Survivor. Like everyone thought they had a clear path, but now everything has been reset and people have to think things through again.
I have to do what I have to do to win, and if it means taking out my closest alliance and them suffering, fine.
It should be Mike and Nick.
Mike and Nick. So does that mean we want Mallory and Lucy on our side
Just so
then?
you know, Mike's way closer to me than he is with Jack.
Okay,
He'll
I've
do
always
what I
just
say.
Yeah, okay. So like, it's kind of funny. You have Nick, I have Lucy, and you have Mike.
Yeah.
We all have like somebody.
Yeah.
Mallory.
We all have our sidekicks that we can like use.
That's true. We would have like a lot of
However,
options.
So bring. Hello? Apparently, Maggie just called and the vote switched to Jack? Hello? Best news of my life? What the fuck? Yes? Please? Please? She told me my conversation with Sam's going to be good tonight. I'm so excited.
Say we get rid of Jack this time, but like, then what? You know, I feel like as much as like Sarah, you know, and Maggie can say like, oh, now we're like working together again. You know, Sarah was going behind to like try to get this blindside Jack. What's to say she's not gonna like do it? I don't know. I just want to know like.
I don't know necessarily what I'm gonna do going forward, but I am willing to like work with you.
I just went from getting unanimously voted out to maybe even getting the biggest threat out of this game. Fuck yes.
As soon as I found out that Sarah had a plan to blindside Jack next week, and you know, didn't include me in her plans, I had a plan to blindside him, didn't include her. We both played it off as like, oh, we were worried that you would tell him, but I think both of us see each other as threats, and I don't think that's gonna change after this vote, so.
All right, guys. I need to create an army, and I need to create one fast, because, I don't know. I do believe Maggie wants to go to Final Four with me, but I know Sam is gonna start scheming against me. He knows I'm like closer to Mike now, and then in his head he's probably like, well, if she's close to Mike, she also has Mallory, therefore she has more sidekicks than all of us now. Anyways, I need to create my army.
Mike and Sarah had to be the next two to go. If we get rid of Jack, there'll be 7. Like, we just need to have 4.
Yeah, I think.
Like,
I
you
think
think
that'd
Maggie
work.
and Lucy?
I think that would work, yeah. Because I definitely know Lucy wants to work with you, and she's like been keeping conversation with me, and then we both talked to Maggie, and so we could, yeah I think it would work. I think that'd be a good 4.
Sam, Maggie, me, and Lucy might now become a thing because if Sam and Lucy are close and me and Maggie are close, and Sam and Maggie are close as well, it just kind of goes together, and whatever saves me, so I'm fucking taking it. And honestly, at the moment, if this is what I need, this is what I need. We can take out Jack, we can take out Mike, we can take out Sarah. Us 4 going far would actually be like really fucking amazing. I would be ecstatic. I would be so happy.
Jack is unsinkable, you know, like no one thought he would go down, and yet he is. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
The Survivor puns have been, the Titanic puns have been a lot.
Not enough room in the life raft.
Yeah.
There's not enough room in the raft, or so they say, for Jack and I, so.
I'm really scared.
I know.
You gotta sell it.
Look, like,
Don't act too much. Here, practice now.
Don't be
Practice
scared.
now so we can like.
I don't even know. I'll just be like,
like not
Just
even
don't
talk
really
to people
talk,
and just like sit, because that's what I usually do anyway, because I'm too lazy to go like
We
get
need
up
a
and
little
talk to people.
active, but don't go overboard. We don't want it to be too much.
I had Nick vote for Mike, so you know, as long as he holds to that, it doesn't really matter who Jack votes for, because if he votes for somebody, plays his idol, there'll still be a vote for Mike, and it'll be tied. And the revote, we can get rid of Mike, and then my 4 will still be in the majority, and Jack's idol will be flush. So
I don't know. I'm super excited for Tribal. I get to pretty much sit here, pretend that I'm getting voted out. I've gotten permission to be extra, be loud, be mad, have a good time, and just pretty much fight with people. So I'm cool in. That's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pretend like I'm leaving, and hope that Jack just doesn't use his idol, and pretty much pray that it doesn't happen.
I am ecstatic. I think I am in a really, really good position right now. Like, I know there's people who think I'm threats in the game, but it seems like the 6 people who seem to be in this new kind of 6 alliance, being me, Sam, Sarah, Maggie, Mallory, and Mike, seem to all kind of want to keep me around, at least for now.
We were all pretty set in our ways to blindside Jack. It kind of seems like he's been a target because he's such a dangerous player and he knows the game so well.
Yeah, just like, if everything goes according to plan, it should be Nick this week and then Mike next week, and then I'm in a final 6 with 3 people who I think really trust me, and then 2 people who I think would have a very hard time getting any votes at Final Tribal Council. So that's kind of almost like a dream scenario for me.
Just think like, especially when it's getting down, when it's narrowing, we have to get out the strong players, like the strongest players, before it's too late, before they're already like in. Like if Jack lasted 1 more week, plays 2 more idols, and he's
in the final.
Yeah.
Well, especially because, I mean, and he could win individual immunity and not even need to play them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He's a threat for sure.
Sam knows about both, and Maggie and Sarah both know about 1. And Sam and Sarah both know that each other know about 1. And then Maggie doesn't know that any of them know about any. And Sam knows that Maggie knows about 1. So it's very complicated little web. Because you're like, oh, like, I just like found something out, just figured something out. Like, I'm like, oh, they're just gonna start comparing notes. But I don't think they have so far.
And going into my meeting with Jack, the plan was to blindside him. Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I feel like the vote should be pretty straightforward for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really sad for me because I'm meeting with Lucy a little bit later because we're talking about Nick making it easy just for comedy.
Yeah.
Because I made Nick a promise like week 2 that I would never write his name down. So I'm writing. I'm telling Lucy like everyone else is gonna vote this, but that one random vote that's for you, that's from me because I feel like if I wrote Maggie's name down, she would finish it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I left that meeting feeling pretty. I mean, he had no idea what was going on at that point.
I'm like next week. I think this week I should be pretty safe. Knock on wood that Nick's going to be going home. But next week I think is definitely where if Sam was going to pull something, like it would obviously be then because he knows that I have 2, and he knows that like I would be going to Final 4. I think we have to. If we are getting rid of some of it, I don't think we should do it next week even. I don't know. But I think it would have to be Sam. I think he's just like the most obvious other threat to win the game. I mean, like he tied that thing. He's somebody who's watched a lot of this game. He's the biggest competitor like next to me. I mean, like we're in alliance. We have been throughout the whole game, but we're the 2 biggest threats. I just keep going back to that, but.
So I got some messages from Sarah that were like, Jack's a goner this week. She couldn't really get into too many details because I was in Chicago, but I was like, okay, that's interesting. I wonder why. So I kind of was mulling over that idea a little bit, and by the time we met, me and Sarah have stats together, and we're walking back, and I started to think like,
we might want to save Jack.
That we should get Jack out this week and pull in Lucy by turning her against Sam, which I think can be done.
Because Jack, at least for me, is someone that I've kind of built a relationship with. I know Jack has a relationship pretty much with everyone. I'm closer with Jack than I am Sam, Maggie. Nick is kind of like, I don't know, really against me. And Lucy was kind of with Sam, was what I was hearing. So I felt also that if we didn't save Jack, this was part of a bigger plan that Maggie and Sam had put together, which I could have understood.
I'm thinking that if Jack is going to go this week, I think he'd be blindsided. He wouldn't play his idol, which definitely makes things interesting and is definitely attractive to try and get him out now. But if we save him and tell him that Sam and Maggie have completely turned against him, and by saving him just tell him to play his idol, I think we could successfully get the secondary votes on Nick, which I just would like to get Nick gone. I know that's a little bit of a personal
I do not like Nick either. Nick doesn't like me.
Right,
Maggie showed me messages between her and Nick. Like,
I like it.
I'm
Even if it
honestly
backfires, you
leaning
know.
towards saving Jack. I know, like, we should get Nick out, but just throwing this out there, like, we could get anyone out this week. You know what I mean? But yeah, we should get Nick. But like, we could get anyone out. We could get like Maggie out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we could get Sam.
Yeah. Like, so do you think Nick is the best option to get out with this big move?
That's a good point. It's the next one.
Jack will vote anyone with us.
I think Sam's probably the best strategic move.
If we got Sam out, then Lucy. Oh wait, but there's still Nick.
There's still like just an element of Nick that I mean, it's not like, I almost think he's close to, if not the best move, because we have the worst relationship with him. He's not like Nick, who immediately wants to start trouble by blowing it up.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this alliance going on. Don't act like you don't know
I do
about
need
it.
Nick to go because I really have. He's like the only person left in this game that I really have like no relationship with. I have made my decision, but you know, you always need to confirm that you're making a good decision, and the way I go about this is with the magic 8 ball. So I asked the magic 8 ball, and I was like, should I vote Jack out? And it said, my sources say no.
So we were potentially thinking of telling Jack that they're coming for him tonight to play an idol.
I like it. Honestly, because, like, I don't really trust Lucy.
Lucy,
like, because she'll say one thing and then the second someone else starts talking to her, she's all about it.
And it's buying Jack's loyalty in a way, which is pretty much what it is.
Jack is gonna pick me up for tribal tonight, and Sarah is gonna surprise him and be there. And we're gonna tell him all about our plan.
Read from here.
I mean, we're just here like because we see long-term game together, and really, I view you as a closest ally kind of thing.
I'm not gonna act like I didn't consider it, but I do at the end of the day really trust you, and like I want to save you.
I'm
like.
Essentially, you need to play your idol.
I'm a little hurt that you didn't tell me things, but like.
I mean.
I want to save you.
Sorry.
I know. This is me saving you.
I know.
Though.
Thank you. I didn't want to. I don't know.
No, I think I can understand where you're coming from. Like, I wouldn't have shared both.
Sam out and you to play your idol.
I know I've played a selfish game, but like, honestly, like you, I really have wanted to, I feel good about the friendships I've made with these people, and yeah, I guess I know I've maybe tried to go behind too many people. I don't know. I just got too carried away with things at some point. I just really trusted Sam.
All right, so Tribal's in about 10 minutes now, and I'm on my way. Now all of a sudden Maggie's freaking out again because Jack just texted us saying that Mike wanted to meet with him last minute and we have no clue why, and Jack told us that it was nothing.
They think everyone's phoning you.
They think
everyone.
Wait, so what should I say? Just help me write this.
Just be like.
But Maggie's all freaked out now that Mike is spoiling things, and she wants to change the vote to Mike instead. And I just don't know. I don't know. This is probably nothing. I don't like changing plans like this, but I don't know. We're gonna have to meet. Me and Maggie are gonna have to figure this out before tribal, but
yeah.
So I mean, play it tonight.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to, and then we'll be in a huge position of power. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna absolutely blow up.
We're gonna have to get Maggie next.
one way or another, lines will be drawn in the sand at this tribal. The Ohana family is dead. The Cupcake Alliance is dead. The bigwigs are dead. This is an individual game, and there's not enough room in this game for both me and Jack.
Alright guys, welcome to your next tribal council. Nick, we'll start with you. Obviously, you and Lucy left out of last vote. Do you think those alliances still stand, and do you feel on the outside still?
Oh, definitely feel on the outside. I think after everything that happened last week, and I think everyone is still just kind of feeling safe with whoever they're with and not willing to even like budge or even think about something, despite the fact that not all 7 of them, or 6 since Lucy's on the outs too, not all 6 of them can make the finals. All of them think they're going to make the finals, and all of them think they have a solid plan to go forward, even though there's literally no reason to think all 6 can make a final 3.
So Lucy, Nick says you two are on the outs still.
You know, I'm still trying to just get back there. You know, hopefully, I almost won last challenge, which would have really helped my case. But I think, yeah, maybe people will start to realize that all 6 of them can't get there. I don't know, maybe I have a chance. I don't know. We'll see.
So Jack, is it as simple as 6v2 this week?
I mean, eventually in Survivor, you know, you have all these like crazy blindsides and stuff, but like when it comes down to it, sometimes there's just, you know, there's the strong alliance that everybody kind of like feels good about each other, and you're just gonna, you know, there has to be somebody on the outside. I'm sorry that it has to be Nick and Lucy. Like I like both of them a lot as people, but I mean, literally, that's the game we're playing, you know, like, yeah. So sometimes it's just an obvious vote.
I'm sorry too.
Oh my god. I just think it's so dumb. You guys literally, there's no way. It's just not like actually possible for all of you to be safe. You literally weren't even told about a 6-person alliance. Like how, I don't know where you think that is, but like there's obviously connections that you're not getting, and you're not getting all the information. Like there's Mike, I thought was my ride or die from day one, and he turned on me in literally 1 second. You guys asked him just to not tell me about the Breed vote, and he flipped in a second. Like, clearly, not all of you are trustworthy of each other, and not all of you are able to, like, make it to the end. I don't know, I just don't understand the logic that you guys have that can make it so you all feel safe. Because only certain people are safe, and those people have to be in the middle somewhere, pulling strings both sides.
Like, I love you, but this itself is a little scary. Like, I think that's, like, what this has to do with a little bit. Like, when you are like bursting out like that, this is the second one in a row. Like, we're freaked out.
You should be freaked out because other people in the game are literally pulling strings, and you guys are all being like fooled. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
So Mike, fair to say at this point, Ohana and Cerulean, no more. New alliances have formed.
Yeah, I mean, it's too hard to just keep with the same people from day one in a lot of ways. You know, Nick seems to like really think that our alliance is dead. There's really been this is the most confirmation on it being fully dead that I've heard. There definitely, if we were to ever do something again, there'd have to be some sort of regain in trust. But I mean, you know, he voted my name last week, and you know, I understood his point of view, but at the same time, Clearly, I wasn't really his ride or die, and it wasn't impossible for him to write my name down. But at the same time, I understand his frustration because it sucks to not feel like what's going on and when you don't feel like you have control of your own game. But all I'd say is, Nick, like, you don't really know what's going on right now. Like, I don't know. It's like by bursting out at everyone, it's hard for people to want to like give you their whole game plan because they're afraid you might just yell it out at tribal like this.
But like literally every time I've ever had anything with anyone, I've done whatever it took to be loyal and be honest. I was literally lying to Sheedy, who I talked to out of everyone here, I talked to the most. I was literally lying to her until we got here because you guys all agreed that we'd vote out Sheedy. And then I was even lying to Bree, who all of you thought I was closest to. I was still lying to her until it happened. Like, I just don't understand. And like you saying our alliance or whatever hasn't been confirmed dead, you lied to me, and then when I reached out to you this week, you said you would let me know if we could talk, and then didn't even respond to me a single time this week. Like,
well, I didn't think we had much to talk about, but at the same time, like, I didn't even lie to you. I just didn't tell you something.
But that's lying by omission.
All right, I lied to Nick by omission.
So Sam, dynamic, very clear. Nothing else to even really talk about. Votes simple this week.
Sure.
All right. Well, it sounds like we've pretty much talked about everything we need to. Sarah, keeping immunity this week.
Yep.
All right. Then it is time to vote. Sam, you're up.
Sorry, Jack. Looks like you're not most likely to win Survivor. Like that one's good week.
In case the dramatics don't work.
The most unexpected vote of the season. I'm just thinking that out there. I always grab the wrong side of the gun too, so hopefully.
So close to being the dumbest survivor in history for trusting you. I am gonna regret it every day, but hope you enjoy your time on the jury.
All right. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Who? These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. I need to learn how to trust in this game. I need to learn how to trust. Come on, guys.
All right, the rules of Survivor state that if someone plays a hidden immunity idol, all votes cast against that person will not count. This is a hidden immunity idol. All votes for Jack will not count. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Jack. Does not count. Jack. Does not count. Jack. Does not count. Mike.
I'd like to verify the story.
Sam. One vote Mike. One vote Sam. Sam. 2 votes Sam. 1 vote Mike. 11th person voted out, and the 4th member of our jury. Sam, tonight that's enough. I'll bring your torch.
Alright, Jack, well played.
has spoken. Time for you to go. Alright, well clearly this means you never really know if you're safe in this game and if you're about to join the jury. Grab your stuff, head on out. Good night.
Next week on Survivor Michigan. Sarah and Mike plot for the end game.
I mean, I think that's a pretty clear path. I mean, it all really starts with Meg.
And at long last, it's every player for themselves.
Never done anything to go against you, and
I thought that was a special Maggie Jack thing.
Nick? I do think Maggie's a threat in the end.
Yeah, it's a bummer that I had it under my control. I had a feeling Jack was gonna play it because, yeah, he was pretty jittery. He wasn't looking me in the eye. I'm guessing Mike and Mallory are the ones that got me. Mike had his last minute meeting with Jack, and that had to have been him telling Jack to play it. So it's a bummer. Did what I could. We could have tried better to split the votes, but nah, well. It's a game. Had a great time. No regrets. I was, bummed to place this low. I had high hopes for this game. I thought I had it. It just shows you can't be too cocky in this game. So had a great time, but shoot.